Hello friends, and welcome back to Swift Lessons for another by request song tutorial. In today's session, I'm going to be breaking down Chris Isaak's 1989 hit song, Wicked Game. Now this is an awesome song for beginner and intermediate level players to learn because it only features 3 chords, that B minor, A major, and E major. Of course, there is that bar chord shape in there, which is a healthy challenge for the beginners out there. Now additionally, this song also features some very melodic lead lines that are a ton of fun to play. Now we're going to get started with a full demonstration of the tune, where I'm going to be using Earthworks microphones throughout that entire demonstration. If you like the way my guitars sound, my acoustic and my electric guitar, then be sure to head over to swiftguitar.com/earthworks for the opportunity to win this amazing SR25 Studio microphone. Now let's get started.
On fire, no one could save me but you. Strange what desire can make foolish people do. I never dreamed that I'd meet somebody like you. I never dreamed that I knew somebody like you. No, I don't wanna fall in love. This world is only gonna break your heart. No, I don't wanna fall in love. This world is only gonna break your heart with you. What a wicked thing to do, to let me dream of you. What a wicked thing to say, you never felt this way. What a wicked thing to do, to make me dream of you. And I wanna fall in love. This world is only gonna break your heart. No, I don't wanna fall in love. This world is only gonna break your heart with you. Strange what desire can make foolish people do. I never dreamed that I'd love somebody like you. And I never dreamed that I knew somebody like you. No, I wanna fall in love. This world is only gonna break your heart. No, I wanna fall in love. This world is only gonna break your heart with you. This world is only gonna break your heart with you.
Okay, close look at the fretboard, getting started learning our rhythm section. We're in standard tuning, key of E major. Now this song consists of 3 very simple chords. B minor, bar in the 2nd fret, we have our minor shape set up. That's the D string 4th fret, the G string 4th fret, and my middle finger here placed on the 3rd fret of the B string. Okay, this is a very important chord for the beginners out there because it's a movable shape that you can use to play every single minor chord in the book. Okay, but if you put it here on the 2nd fret of the A string and build your chord up that way, it's going to be B minor. Now, the next chord that we're going to need is A major. Okay, we have the 2nd frets of the D string, G string, and the B string, strumming from the A string down. Okay, jump those top fingers up, drop the index finger down, and we have E major, 2nd fret A string, 2nd fret D string, 1st fret of the G string, strumming from E to E. E major. Okay, so there we have it, the B minor to A major to E major progression that we can also call a minor 5, 4, 1 progression. Okay, and that's built from the Mixolydian scale. And that minor 5 is a good indication of that. Okay, so we're gonna have the B minor chord for 1 measure, the A major for 1 measure, and the E major for 2 measures. Okay, it's gonna sound like this with the strumming pattern. Okay, there's loads of strumming options available to you, but generally speaking, you want to try to follow the bass drum and the snare. So the bass drum is coming in on beat number 1, so we can do a full strum down, or we can just hit the bass note. Okay, then the snare drum is going to come in on beat number 2, so we want to do a strum that includes the high notes. All right, and then we're going to finish up with up, down, up. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and okay, on all of those chords. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. Okay, very important again to hit those bass notes right as the kick is coming in and try to put a little bit of emphasis on those, especially when you're trying to kind of increase the power or the dynamics of the tune. Okay, so you have those basic chords, the B minor, the A major, and the E major chord. You have our strumming pattern, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and going throughout that progression. Now let's see if we can apply it to a verse where we need to repeat that 4 times through. So 1, 2, 3, 4. The world was on fire, and no one could save me but you. Strange what desire can make foolish people do. 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4. I never dreamed that I'd meet somebody like you. 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and. I never dreamed that I'd lose somebody like you. Alright, and it's going to be the same exact thing all the way throughout the song, even the choruses. No, I don't want to fall in love. Okay, easy as pie, excellent practice for the beginner and intermediate rhythm guitar players. Okay, tremendous work everybody. We have our rhythm section down. Now we're jumping into our lead guitar parts by a really fantastic guitarist named James Wilsey, who has some really phenomenal solo work that I think you should check out as well. Okay, getting started with his intro solo. It's gonna sound like this. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's break that down. Okay, so all that was very simple. We're starting off with the open B string, diving down about a half step using your tremolo bar. Once you feel like you have that pitch, we're gonna slowly come back up as we grab the F sharp note, 7th fret of the B string. and slowly come back up to pitch. So, once you've gotten back up to pitch, we're going to do some vibrato, then we're going to slide away. Just like that. Now it's very important that you have the count. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's 4 measures of music there, and also your first line of tablature if you're following along using your study guide at patreon.com/swiftlessons. Okay, now moving on to the second line of tablature, we're going to do the same exact thing, but we're going to come in 1 beat later. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. And then we have this beautiful Spanish style lick. 5th fret of the B string, down to 3, down to 2, and then the open B string with a little bit of tremolo. Now you might notice that there's a little bit of a rake on that first note here, that E note, 5th fret of the B string. So cover the strings with your hand. You might also want to cover the strings here with maybe your middle finger. Okay, so I deaden the D string, the G string, and then I go live right here on that B string 5th fret. Alright, one last lick to finish up this section. Sliding up to the D string 4th fret, 2nd fret of the G string, back to the D string, and then the 1st fret of the G string as that E major chord comes in. Okay, you put all that together and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 2 there. Okay, very good everybody. Now that we have that tremolo lead line down, we're jumping into the main instrumental riff. This is the kind of picking pattern that you're going to be hearing throughout the song. It sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that began by creating a partial of the B minor chord shape. We're just going to grab the 4th fret of the G string, 3rd fret of the B string, and the 2nd fret of the high E string. Okay, we're going to pick. That's that first measure of music there. The G string, the high E string, the B string, back to the high E string open, back to the B string, and then down to the 2nd fret of that same string. You put that together and we have. Alright, then go back to the G string 4th fret. Alright, that's getting you into the next measure. Alright, then the open B string, back to the G string, 2nd fret of the G string, 4th fret D string. Alright, now we've got 2 measures of music, real slow. One more time, real slow. Alright, next measure, we're on the 1st fret of the G string as the E major chord comes in, then we're going to play this beautiful little line. Alright, 2nd fret of the D string, 1st fret G, I might hammer up a half step, and then slide up to the 4th fret of the G string. Okay, you put all that together, we're going to have. Little tremolo. Just like that, and you need to repeat that twice through. Okay, moving right along everybody. So far you've learned those tremolo licks and you've also learned your main instrumental riff. Both of those two parts kind of comprise the intro section. Now, I'm going to show you what you can play over the verse section. Very, very basic. Basically just long strokes with the tremolo over that chord progression. B minor, A major, and E major. And that can be followed by one of two licks. Okay, there's your descending lick. 4th fret of the D string, you've played this before. Sliding up into it. 2nd fret G string, back to the D string, and then the 1st fret of the G string. Okay, so the world was on fire and no one could save me but you. The first one, just let it ring. Strange what desire can make foolish people do. Throw in that descending lick. I never dreamed that I'd meet somebody like you. Descending lick again. And I never dreamed that I'd lose somebody like you. Now your ascending lick. Okay, another line that you've already played. Again, it's that 2nd fret of the D string, 1st fret of the G string, hammer up, and then a slide up a whole step. Okay, so keep it very basic throughout those verses and just think about adding atmosphere to those sections. Now, there's one variation to those ending licks that I want to show you, and it comes in verse number 2 on the last stanza. It sounds like this. And I never dreamed that I'd lose somebody like you. And that'll get you into the chorus. So a nice little climbing lick there. We start off the exact same way with that descending lick. Alright, then we're just going to play D string, 2nd fret. Another set of intervals, the 2nd fret of the G string, 4th fret of the D string. So far you have. Bring that up a whole step. Alright, then we're going to play 6 and 7. Alright, and then that'll get you into the chorus section. Okay, so I never dreamed that I'd lose somebody like you. Don't wanna fall in love. Alright, if you have all that, then you're prepared to play over top of all these verse sections. Okay, beautifully done everybody. So far in this lesson, we've got the rhythm section down, you've learned your tremolo licks, your main instrumental riff, and you also know how to jam over top of those verse sections. Now it's time to jump into the chorus. Here's a demonstration of what we're going to play in those sections. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, so very simple. We have that B minor chord with the index finger raised off, so the open E string. So 4th fret G, 3rd fret B, and open E. Okay, and we're gonna pick on that first measure coming in after beat number 1. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, so that was the G string, the B string, the high E string, and then back to the B string. We're going to apply the exact same picking pattern now to the A major chord. You put those two measures together, we have counting 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. So we just threw in our ascending lick right there at the end to finish up those chorus sections. Alternatively, you could also throw in your descending lick there. Okay, you put all that together and we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Just like that. Okay, very, very good everybody. Now we basically have everything we need to be able to jam on this song. Because up next we have the guitar solo, which is basically just a repeat of what we played in the intro section. It'll be the same thing. We'll start off with that open B string diving down. Coming back up to the 7th fret. But no slide away here, just the open B string on measure number 3, so slightly simplified. Another dive just like we did before. Followed by that Spanish lick, your descending lick. That'll be followed by that main riff. And once we've gotten that far, there's just one last thing that I want to show you before you're ready to perform, a scoop using your tremolo or your whammy bar, whatever you want to call it. Basically what you're going to do is grab a B minor chord shape, allow the tremolo to drop down about a half step, then you're going to strum and allow the tones to come back up to their natural position. Okay, I've seen Robbie Krieger do this really, really cool technique. You can do it here in the 2nd fret position, or you could also do it here. I've seen some live footage of this guitarist doing it here with your thumb on the low E string 7th fret, your ring finger on the 9th fret of the A string, pinky 9th fret of the D string, and the index finger on the 7th fret of the G string. Really, really cool place to do this little trick. We can give that whammy bar a drop, strum the chord, and then come back up. Okay, if you want to get the full chord, you can. Just like that, which will sound fantastic with the track. Alright friends, thanks so much for checking out this song tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. Big thanks to my supporters at patreon.com/swiftLessons. I hope you're enjoying your extra resources. And thanks to you guys, I got many more lessons coming up. So keep checking back. Please subscribe, please share. This is Rob at Swift Guitar Lessons in Philadelphia saying happy picking.